Hello YouTubers, I'm Justin and today on Dash and Run we're finally coming back to have a look at this Amkov point and shoot camera I did an unboxing for quite a long time back, and if in case you're wondering why I haven't really got round to doing a proper review, is a long story short, I found the camera to be very average and probably not really worthy of a full review. But I believe that people have been interested enough in the unboxing, it probably warrants actually coming back and having a look and letting people know what you get for your money for this kind of camera. That said, I do believe that if you've got a smartphone of any sort, it is miles better than this, and you're probably better off using the smartphone as a blogging camera or a video camera or just taking pictures generally. But that said, let's actually go through and have a bit of a look and see what the features of this camera can offer you. So turning on the back, we'll turn the camera on and you get this lovely welcome screen. Now you've got a button here and this will select the three modes. You've got photo mode, you've got a video mode, and then you've got your playback mode, which will allow you to play back your stills or videos. So they're your three modes that you've got. Now you've got a couple of other features. When you go into the menu, in the photo mode you can select the different resolutions and it can go quite high. 24 megapixels, but I do believe it's more an interpretation of the megapixels than the actual real megapixels on this sensor. I'd be very surprised if it is a real 24 megapixel sensor. Now you've got your other options as well in the menu where you can go through your shooting styles, shooting modes. You've got white balance, face detection, exposure, ISO, and the quality of the image. Now if you go back to this and then press the mode, again going into video, and then press the menu, you get the option for your videos. Now in video mode you're basically limited to 720p HD, because if you use the 1080p you only get 15 frames, which isn't really usable for doing any sort of blogging type videos. But at 720p you do at least get quite reasonable images, maybe not the best but at least quite reasonable. And at the higher formats you don't get much. Now you've also got a couple of other settings as well in this menu. If you have a look down the bottom, you've got your movie set, and again face, white balance, exposure, ISO, anti-shake. Anti-shake is a electronic anti-shake and is pretty average. And then you've got your setup where you can set up the different languages and make it beep and power on and everything. Now you have got a zoom that's basically like a digital zoom that will allow you to zoom in and out. And you've got a pop-up flash, at least something I suppose. So you've got this little pop-up flash which is quite neat. And the fact that the screen does flip right over like so, as you can see now, or you can see me filming, this screen does allow you to do selfies, which is quite handy at least. But overall the quality is very average and really not what I thought would be good enough to use as a blogging camera. So anyway, with that said, I'm going to now just show you some still images that I've taken with this camera and also some video, and you can also hear the audio, and then I'll give you my wrap up at the end just so you can get an idea if you want to get this camera. I'm just doing an audio test of this camera just so you can hear what the audio sounds like from the internal microphones, and it'll give you an idea if this camera is any good for doing vlogging. So we're just doing an audio test, and all the video that you've been looking at is actually filmed here from Kings Park in Western Australia, and I'm just doing a piece to camera from Kings Park just so you can hear the audio quality of this camera. Anyway, let's go back and continue with this review. Well, there you go. There's my look at the Amkov camera. And as I said at the beginning, I was a bit disappointed with this camera. I originally was hoping for more great things, but in the end I found I was using a camera that was inferior to maybe a smartphone. But that said, I had a bit of fun using it, and I suppose if you're interested in getting one of these for maybe for learning stuff, or maybe just practicing to film stuff, then it might be worth getting. Now, it does come with this wide-angle lens, which I did use in some of the shots that you may have been watching, which I showed you earlier, and that was a nice extra feature to give you that. But overall, the quality of this camera is a bit up and down, as you saw. The stills are not that bad, but the video is pretty average and lacking something that maybe you could get away with just your smartphone. Anyway, I hope this has satisfied some people who are actually interested in seeing what vision comes from this camera. And as always, thanks for watching, and please subscribe to my channel.